ask you, just last two games regular season here. Obviously, I think you guys know you're on the road for the playoffs. Sort of these two games, I'm sure. Make sure you're strong going into that. Probably Augie, I'm guessing, or Mankato. What do you have to do this weekend, I guess, to make sure?
Well, nothing's still changed. We're just still trying to play well. Brock Lutz hasn't practiced with us for, he's been out for a little over a week, and we're trying to get him back incorporated into what we're doing. We haven't changed much, but we added a few things. And, hopefully we'll be able to do that. Obviously, he's a good player, and he wanted to play well and help us. But I was pleased last weekend with the guys that we had. I thought we played really well together. Our turnovers were down. We just didn't make enough plays offensively and defensively to get W's, but we definitely had our chances out there, and hopefully Brock can to add to what we were able to do out there on the road last week.
Should I ask you about Christian? You had a pretty nice game for you on was that Friday or Saturday?
On Saturday.
Yeah, he seems like it's a good game for him to get some points. And
yeah, he's young. Obviously, has a long way to go still with being a complete basketball player that can play consistently from game to game to game and play at a high level. But he has it in him, and he can make plays for his teammates. He can make plays for himself. He shoots it well. Makes good decisions. His turnover ratio is really, really good. He's unselfish. He's coachable. You tell him something, it's done. It's fixed. And you don't always find that with players. Some people, you can tell them one thing 100 times, they still struggle with it. But him, you tell him at one time, and it's fixed, it's done, and he's able to mature and grow and improve because of that.
No, I think he was saying you guys had at one point probably four freshmen or 4 underclassmen starting out there one of those games.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like you've obviously had to do that out of necessity, but it's probably good for them to get this experience right now in these type of games. It'll be good for you guys in the future, I guess.
Yeah,
the program.
Yeah, I certainly don't like having freshmen and sophomores playing a lot of minutes for you. To be honest, I don't know if many coaches do, but they've earned it. They're doing well. I still don't like using that as an excuse for not playing at a high level or playing consistently from game to game. But we do have a younger group, and hopefully they realize how tough it is to be successful in this league, and how hard you have to work and how committed you have to be, and in order to do all those good things. So yeah, hopefully the future looks good, but I'm still concerned about this year's team and our 2 seniors in Floyd and Lutz, and trying to get them out here with a good experience still.
Yeah, Mike Moorhead and Northern, you guys played last time. I know Moorhead last time they had a lot of threes on you, and they were able to sort of get from downtown.
Mm-hmm.
At Northern, I can't remember how close that game was, but it seemed like you guys could have played well against both teams, just sort of distract yourself a little bit. Yeah,
both scores against Northern and Moorhead were a little deceiving. They both were better games than what the final result was. We had a number of times, and it might only been a couple-point game at halftime. And then we had some opportunities to have some big shots to even have Moorhead, in a 5-point game with maybe 4 to go. But they just closed the game out like they do. Really good free throw shooters, really good shooters in general. They can space the floor around really good post players, and they're just really good team defensively. They don't pressure or get out and cause turnovers, but they don't foul, and they keep people in front of them, and it allows them to be a really good basketball team.
Mike's just finally talking about the 2 seniors, trying to get them on a good note. I know Brock's only been here, I don't know if they've both only been here, this will be their second year for both of them, but what did they sort of bring to you guys that you're going to miss for next year?
Well, Dylan's been here 4 years.
Okay, for some reason I thought he was a transfer, but maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
He's been here 4, pushing for 3, and he's a big kid that we would Well, as well as Brock, we'd like for them to go out on a positive note on senior night and have a good weekend here and get in the playoffs and maybe still make some hay and surprise some people. It always happens in basketball. You just can't give up hope. You gotta keep on trying to improve and doing things the right way, making good decisions, and you just never know. So hopefully we can finish strong here.
All right, Christian. So it's you had a pretty good game for the last game there for you guys. Obviously, you guys still looking to string some wins together at the end of the season, but maybe I don't know. Just talk about. I mean, individually, you guys sort of had to overcome a lot. You originally got a red shirt, now you're getting some consistent minutes. What's it like to be out there contributing?
I mean, it's fun. I love the game of basketball, so that's why it's just fun for me to go out there and compete with these guys. And it's a fun group to be around. And I mean, it's been hard when we've had people out, like last weekend we had Brock out, and it's just been hard to adjust to that. But I mean, we're right there in all these games, and we're close, and we just gotta get the wins.
Yeah, one of those games. I know both those games last week were pretty close. One go to overtime or something like that, or
I think we lost by like 6 in both of them.
6, yeah.
Or maybe
9.
Yeah.
It was really close.
So you guys have had. Seems like you've had a bunch of close games and just can't get over the hump. What do you have to do to turn that around?
The big thing for us is just focus for 40 minutes. That's one thing that coach is really trying to get us to do. It seems like we usually have a really good one half, then one of our other halves is not as good. So we just gotta be consistent with our play, rebound, defensive intensity for the whole 40 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are sort of a pretty young team. Just a lot of newcomers, transfers and stuff. And
yeah,
we're new freshmen playing.
I mean, we're really young. I mean, I think last weekend we had a lot, like 4 underclassmen starting for us, and so I mean it's a learning experience too in this league because it's always a tough game every in and out. So
yeah, even though it's hard maybe to take those losses, is it maybe better knowing that hey, we're still young, we got plenty of basketball in front of us. This will be helpful sort of down the road.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously you want to win now, but
losing's never fun. But I mean, it's good for us to get that experience, and especially in like the close games too for us young guys. It kind of helps us know how we need to finish the games and what to do and what not to do.
yeah. Obviously you came in here. You were expecting to redshirt probably right away. I'm guessing you probably knew. So what was it like with coaches like, oh, you're suiting up today, you're gonna play? Was it kind of a cool feeling? Just
it was fun because I mean it's hard to sit out for those games and watch and not be able to know that you can't go out there and play with the guys. But so it made me smile when I knew I got to go out there and suit up and get the game and get some minutes.
Yeah. So I guess just this weekend, you guys final 2 home games, sort of get yourself ready for the playoffs. I guess you're going to be on the road. I guess what do you have to do this weekend against 2 really good teams?
I mean, we just gotta go out there for the whole 40. We need to defend with intensity, rebound, and just get the flow of our offense. I mean, once we get the ball moving, get through the shot clock a little bit, then we look to attack and get good shots.
You guys played. I mean, yeah, you played both these teams already on the road. I can't remember how close those games were, but what can you take from those first 2 games?
The first game against Northern, we hurt ourselves. I think we had 20 plus turnovers that game, so that's something that Coach been stressing, just take care of the ball and just get every possession, make sure you get every possession that counts. That's pretty much it. I mean, we played Moorhead pretty good. The first half, we got their big guy, I think he had 18, 19 points against us. That kind of hurt us down the stretch, but we're coming together and hopefully get some wins this weekend.
So Moorhead's I mean, they got one of those guys that can shoot from 3, don't they?
Yeah, they got Reavers, their point guard, I think he had the most threes made in the league. And then Vaughn was up there too, so.
Didn't they have they had some 18, 19 threes or something like that when you guys played them? Something like they had a lot when you played them. So is that going to be try and shut that down?
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at their strengths, and that's definitely one of their strengths. So.
Yeah, I guess
take that away from them.
I guess finally, what's this do for you going into the playoffs? Just getting ready against, top 10 team and.
Yeah, I think it helps us because we're probably going to be facing one of the top teams in the other division, so it helps us get to know what we need to do and focus and just get ourselves ready. And
It's pretty good. I mean, for you as a freshman, just gonna be a good introduction to the league. Just these type of games playing this late in the season.
yeah, I mean, for me, coming in, I didn't know how physical the league was gonna be and how much different it was. So it's been a change for me, trying to figure out how to become more physical in my game, and so, but it's a learning experience, and it's good to play these top teams to kind of figure out what you need to do to be successful.